Come on down. Oh, come on down.
How good of you to join us.
Building it while we fly it. Give me a minute. hell is this? Welcome. Let me hit you with the AI girl. Unthank Kango. Thank everybody who's contributed to the show. All the benefactors. Really do appreciate you. It means a lot to me. All right, hold on one second. Let me get this thing going.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Okay, so that's my introduction. That's the AI girl. I need to update the another year has gone by. I hate to quote that Outkast song, but another year has gone by. So it is time. Thanks. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of this because YouTube is gonna hit me. I don't know if anybody was on earlier when I was doing the cleaning, showing you guys how you do the cleaning, what's involved with it. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, that music that I had before is I've been hit for playing that music before. So it's okay for me to do it in the beginning and then just cut it out. But once I start talking, I gotta do something else. So how do you get in? How do you get started with this business? Training. I know it's not what you guys want to hear. I know it's nothing. You can't pay anybody. Yo, Mike Adams, what's happening? Yeah, unfortunately, you can't pay anybody. Can't pay anybody to jump the line and get started. You're going to have to learn this business by watching the training videos. You're going to have to learn this business by going to training classes. Yeah, I know Untamed Kango, when you were on, the kids at the location had the volume cranked all the way up, and YouTube took my live down. So that's one of the drawbacks about going live. I have no control over my surroundings. I have no control over the music. So, but what you might have seen was I didn't have the use of the 3-compartment sink. They had all kind of trash in there. I didn't have use of the sink that they used to thaw food out. They had trash in there. Brother Frank, I actually had to use the hand sink. Now to get around that, you could bring your own buckets and totes and things like that. But I normally use the sinks of whatever location I'm at. I was able to use the dishwasher. So I put my things in there and was able to get that stuff all rinsed off. So it was what it is what it is. Once again, thanking that man right there, Brother Frank, for contributing to the show. Thanking Michael Adams for contributing to the show. Always contributing to the show. Hold on, and I got to thank the contributors. This is from the last show. Hold on. And like I said, I'm just doing my best to expose you guys to things that you're going to see. That is my the difference that I bring to the YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter platforms, is that I bring you all of what you see. It's all a little unorthodox. So Higgins Appliance, thank you for contributing to the channel. You know, Higgins, yeah. So yeah, brother Frank, that's what I was saying. I was doing the live, and then YouTube cut the live because the kids turned the music up. Copywritten music is not allowed. I'd have to pay for a subscription to have the opportunity to allow copyright material to be played in the background. And then I can play and then if I wanted to play whatever jazz, rock, R&B, blues, you know, house music, I would then be able to play whatever the hell I want, and I wouldn't have to worry about it getting taken down. Oh, brother Frank, no problem, man. But like I said, that's the whole purpose of this exercise, is so that you guys can get comfortable, so you're not caught off guard when you go out. I had a person asking me on the drive home. They said, "Hey, man, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Where do I start?" Ice machines. That's what you guys saw today. Ice machines. And my app, what's happening? Thank you for contributing to the show too, by the way. Ice machines. There are not enough technicians to clean every ice machine that's out there. There's just not enough. Yeah, house music. Yeah, I'd have to pay for that RAA association or something like that. I'd have to pay to the clearinghouse an annual subscription. Something I'll probably end up having to do, but I could probably do it once I get my 1,000 subscribers. That reminds me, I need to join in YouTube. Once I get to my 1,000, then I'll probably end up using the proceeds from pre-recorded videos to pay for that membership, because it's an annual thing. Hold on a second. So I have different hurdles to go through. There we go. Now we are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Oh, you saw a little sticky icky. You saw a little sticky icky. Saw a little sticky icky. All right, so my apps is talking about the Hoshizaki virtual service schools are twice a month. Yeah, Hoshizaki has a virtual school, but all right, so here's the thing. All of those, everything that they're going to show you at the virtual school, they already have videos for it. You can watch those videos right now, today. Right now and today, you can go right into it. And let me go ahead and jump into this. Let me make that bigger. See what we got here. No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so back to the thing that I was talking about, which is getting started. Ice machines. That is what I preach. Do not, I repeat, do not promise these people that you are going to fix their ice machines. Start off by testing the ice machine. Start off by stating, hey, look, I am going to do the ice machine descaling, chemical sanitizing. I am going to clean your machine. I am not here to repair your machine. Somebody else will repair your machine. I am only here to descale it. So we need to make sure, just because there is ice in the bin, that does not mean the machine is working. Oftentimes when they're buying ice, you know, that whether it's somebody like myself or a large company is going out and delivering ice, they might also have Hoshizaki ice. They might also have Scotsman ice, and they dump it into the bin. And now you don't know that ice machine is not producing ice. So you cannot take the fact that there is ice in the bin as an indicator that the ice machine works. So starting out, you're going to have to factor into your pricing. Hey, look, we need this thing to make a batch of ice. Once you verify that sucker is dropped, sometimes you'll be lucky and it'll drop, while you're there. And then it'll start up the new cycle, and you're good. Because they'll try to put you in a trick bag and they say, oh, well, it was working before you worked on it. It was working before you cleaned it, and now it ain't working. You only do cleaning, and then you can branch off from there. Once you get familiar with the equipment, then you can go from there. You go to Hoshizaki. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, the Ohio. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna come. The virtual certificate is actually gonna say that. It's gonna say virtual certificate. They're very these guys are very funny about that. They'll give you a certificate, but it's gonna say this person has attended the virtual training class. When you take the pre-recorded videos, when you take their set up courses, they give you a certificate once you take the quiz. So at the end of the videos, they will give you a quiz. And then Hoshizaki, Manitowoc, and some of the other ones, they will email you a PDF stating that this person has attended the Indigo or the Neo ice machine or the Quiet Cube training, and they, sometimes they put a score, sometimes they don't. So a lot of them will do that. And as many questions as you have asked these people, you should ask that to tech support. My apps, just ask them. Just say, hey man, if I do the virtual one, am I going to get a certificate? Because they do everything possible to get you to do these virtual classes, these pre-recorded videos that they have spent an obscene amount of money on, that they have taken the time to produce. They have hired professional camera crews. They have hired professional video editors to develop these videos, the proper sound and all that other stuff. It isn't just a guy holding a Betamax camcorder and another guy standing there with a crazy look on his face pointing at something. No, they actually hire professionals. And in some cases, they have actually used Igniter Labs to do quite a bit of their videos. Igniter Labs used to be exclusive with making those videos back in the day. So you need the experience anyway. Whether it's virtual, pre-recorded, whatever, you need as much experience as you possibly can get. The reason for that is that there are so many components to these pieces of equipment. There are so many things that go wrong, and no one person is going to be able to tell you everything. Even when you talk to, let's just say you talk to myself or you talk to somebody from the factory, tech support, they're only going to be able to narrow it down to like 3 different things. And same thing with me. I'm only going to narrow it down to 3, maybe 5. Say, hey man, that could be a fill valve, that could be float, that could be your incoming water, that could be not just your incoming water. That could be a hose could be loose on the interior of the unit. The plug could be loose or not screwed in all the way. The dump valve, well, it's a common joke we got. The dump valve could be leaking by, could be scale in the dump valve, or the dump valve could be energized. Dump valve could be stuck open. The filters could be blocked. All right, and now this thing is trying to fill. That's what I had today. That damn filter is on its last leg. That damn filter is on its last damn leg. But you know what? If the ice machine isn't clean, the ice machine will not function. And if it doesn't function, then they're not making any money. They're not making any money if the ice machine isn't clean. It isn't just because, oh, golly gee whizzums, we would like to have a nice clean machine. No, if the machine is not clean, you're gonna have globs in the ice, black, pink, brown, black, and clear globs. And then, so not only you're going to have that, but the machines will fail. The machines will actually stop working. So you'll have scale or mold covering up the different components, whether it's a float, whether it's a ice thickness probe, whether it's a water sensor. Those are the eyes and ears of the ice machine. And if it's not clean, the ice machine is going to act erratic if it is willing to act, if it's willing to run at all. Okay, Mayab said, I will ask them. My local Scotsman dealer is pointing to the manufacturer and the manufacturer is pointing to the dealer, which is what I told you. Manitowoc and Hoshizaki at least will talk to you. Well, when you're dealing with Scotsman, that's because you're dealing with major players. You're dealing with people who have invested a lot of money. You're dealing with people who have been, not only do they sell Scotsman, but they service Scotsman. They actually have their own ecosystem. And so now it's just a matter of sticking around. And my apps, what you really got to understand is you need to actually beat the bushes. You actually have to go out and you got to scout out locations. And you have to see what these people have. You got to see what they got in your market. Now, Scotsman, when I first mentioned Scotsman, it had a very big showing. And in the last year or two, the showing hasn't been that great. People have not popped up. And so now Scotsman is a little leery about booking the places to host these classes. Oh yeah, he's talking about floats. This is for Flaker. They got a couple of different types of, there's an old style and a new style for the floats. You need to look at these videos. You're going to go into a training class. They're going to breeze over float and the float switches in 2.3 seconds. And you're not going to hear about it anymore. They're going to say, yeah, float. Oh, yeah, this year we got a new float. It's A4 or 4A 32556. We're not using the 4A 32999. And just like that, it's gone. Never to be mentioned ever again. And you're going to be completely clueless as to what the fuck they're talking about. Like I said, the other way to get to these people is to find out who's got this equipment out there. Like I said, they go over the beeps, the alarms. Another way to find out these customers in your market, you need to go to the health department. Now, if your health department is being a pain in the ass like mine is, you can actually request. So you can actually go, this is for the public. This is not private. You don't have to be some examiner. You don't have to be a member of the city or anything like that, or the county. This is for the public good. And you got to go and tell them that you would like a list of restaurants with D, C, and B ratings, or whatever the case may be. Florida is very easy. I always go to Florida because Florida is very straightforward. All right, let me see here. Florida restaurant, health code violations. Yeah, it goes right to it. While you guys are looking at the video, I'm pulling up the Florida restaurant complaints and stuff like that. Let's see here. Oh, damn. My bad. It's right there. Sorry to switch on you like that. All right, so now we're on Florida, like Florida Evans. So we get to look at the counties. Broward. Let me search. And just like that, it pops up. And so this goes for all of Florida. But I'm familiar with Broward and Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast because I used to live there. All right, 922, satisfactory. Okay. 511 Bar and Lounge. Oh, so they were in Fort Lauderdale. So they were out there on the 17th. Violations. They had at least 3 violations. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so I gotta look at the damn report. No, that's not what I want. 12-step club. Satisfactory. All right, I had to download the damn report. Broward. Let me go back. 511. Go into that where it was unsatisfactory. So now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to download. I'm going to have to pull that screen up and then show you guys that. And as always, during this endeavor, speak up. I will slow it down. I will break it down. Come on, man, continue. If you have questions. Other than that, I'm just going to, what the hell? Extensions, my bad. Hold on, I'm looking at these damn extensions. Allow access, yes. Security protocols, I was hacked, so we're dealing with that kind of stuff. Oh, this sucks. This is trifling. Okay, Florida now has this new system. Everybody's doing this now. They're following Texas, where they're not giving us these details. So what you're going to do, Dorothy, is you're going to follow the yellow brick road. All right? You don't know exactly what the hell they've done wrong. You just know that they've done something wrong. It was a routine inspection. It was recent. Follow the yellow brick road. Now you know that, and see, they took now you know that 511 Bar and Lounge has issues. You need to put your hat in the ring. You need to let the people at 511 Bar and Lounge know that, hey, I do this, that, and the third. You're never going to be there. They're never going to call you, even if they say, now this is very common. Oh, we got somebody. Yeah. I understand that you have somebody. I understand you just got everything taken care of. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing is for certain. But until they pull the curtain, you need an option. Sell your service. Let them know that you are a viable option. Yeah, I understand you called ABC, but what happens if ABC is not available? What happens if ABC is ever tied up on a big job and the health department tells you they need service done? Now you're scrambling looking for another service company? Don't do that. I already have my information. The ABC company might give you some billing that you're not satisfied with. You need a second option. Keep us in mind as a second option. Let me provide you with our information. That is how you attack that. I think I know the guy. Well, I don't know the guy. A New Horizon adult daycare. There's this guy down in Florida that owns a bunch of these adult daycares. He puts nail salons in them and laundry mats. He puts a couple coin op washers in them. All brand new stuff. All brand new. He operates a pickup and drop off service. So not only will they pick up the elderly from wherever they're staying and bring them to the daycare where they can get their hair done, where they can have lunch, where they can have breakfast, they can have lunch, they can have dinner, they can have nurses check up on them, but they can also get picked up with their laundry, and the driver will go ahead and get their laundry and bring it in, and they can get their laundry done while they're there. So Hallandale Beach, New Horizon Adult Daycare. So this is, you guys don't pay attention to a damn thing I say, but adult daycares, assisted living, memory care, retirement homes, anything having to deal with elderly. And this goes for not just for the elderly, but for the little ones too. There are going to be washers and dryers in both places. There are going to be ovens, commercial ovens in both places. There's going to be commercial fridges and freezers in both places. There are going to be commercial dishwashers in both places. It is what it is. That's just how that works. These places realize that the more amenities that they provide, the more money they can bring in. When in the situation with Nana and Pop Pop, hey, look, I don't want to come home after working a long day, and then I gotta wash Pop Pop's clothes too, and sheets and shit. Oh God, no! Let me just get all his stuff together, and Pop Pop, when they come for you tomorrow morning, and you get to hang out with Gertrude. Oh, Gertrude, yeah. When you get to hang out with Gertrude, I like Gertrude. When you go hang out with her, they're gonna come and pick up your laundry, Pop Pop. Okay. Don't let them forget about your laundry. And so they've learned that is an amenity that they get to charge for. They get to make more money. Pop Pop goes to the adult daycare. He gets his hair cut. He gets his sheets and underwear and towels and stuff washed in a commercial washer and dryer. And then he gets his lunch. And they don't order Domino's. They actually prepare food. So these are all places that you can provide your service to. And first and foremost, they have to know that you exist. So they're only showing like 3 violations. They're not telling us what they are. You can find out what they are. You can always call and ask, hey, what the hell is violation 10, 35, 30? What the hell is 53? What the hell is 10? So they have to, by law, they have to tell you. They don't have to post this stuff, obviously, but by law, they have to tell you. And so this is Pembroke Park. What the hell happened to Pembroke Pines? Did they just change the name or something? Because I know Florida does that. So anyway, you have 2,988 pages of facilities, locations in awful Florida. Like I said, and I'm going to make myself big for this. I don't care if every single Starbucks closes. I don't care if every single restaurant closes. you still got schools, you still got daycares, you still got assisted livings, you still have church, you still have yeah, well, I already said schools. And then hey, I have worked in county jail. So I actually had to do a couple of times. I had one time it was installing a dishwasher. Fun for me. They had to have like 2 or 3 security guards around me, not just in case there was a riot, but to stop the inmates from stealing the tools that they would use to make weapons with. So that was fun. Can't go in and out. You got to bring everything you got with you right then and there. Ain't no back and forth. So you have those places as well. You have county lockup. You have county courthouses and stuff like that. And like I said, all kind of daycares and all. They have coffee shops and churches now. They have all this kind of stuff. Everything. Just remember to not drink the damn Kool-Aid. You don't want to get Jim Jones. You don't want to get Jim Jones. It is Florida. Don't want to get Jim Jones. Oh, so let's see how. All right. And like I said, this applies to, I don't care if you're in Sheboygan. I don't give a damn if you're in Oklahoma City. You could be in Fresno. I don't give a damn. This applies everywhere. And I've been going live off and on throughout the day. So we're gonna have a short one. Don't think that you're gonna call me after the goddamn live and think we're gonna chat it up and have a conversation. No. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Bro. You got to go, man. Nah, follow the trail. You got to get up on that. Let's go,
Because
bro, man. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip that.
no, because I will fucking flip out. So don't do it. Save yourself the drama and ask the damn questions now. Oh, la 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 la. Brother Frank said, funny. You had to go do some work at a police. Oh my God. I hate the police stations. Yes. Police stations. Fun fact, especially like in Florida and Texas, I'm pretty sure it might be Louisiana, Alabama too, probably the whole Gulf Coast. I mean, Gulf Coast, Gulf of America. Our police stations here have ATVs and boats and all kind of stuff. And these guys have ice machines. These police stations have ice machines in, I'm not going to say in the back room or in the garage, but they will have ice machines. They have ice machines. They got their full little coffee set up. The police stations over by me, they get free donut deliveries. They usually throw away donuts every day because they get so many donuts delivered to them. But they have ice machines. Problem I had with some of the ones that I were dealing with, they had the freaking ice machines in the garage. And I'm in the tropical zone where it's 110 in the summer, and these bastards will have the ice machine in the motor pool area with their ATVs and all that and the whatever tank thing that busts through the door with the whatever the hell that thing is. Florida got a ton of those motherfuckers. I see that shit on the news all the time. You know what? If I had 2 or 3 other glasses, I would throw my glasses down and then pop up with the other one. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the Jordan thing. I like his videos. Yo, is there a best practice? Well, these are reading glasses. So these are technically only for stuff up close. So I'm using a MacBook Pro, and I'm not using. Technically, I should have like a tablet to pull up text and stuff like that. But I don't quite have that figured out. I don't have that set up yet. So I'm looking at stuff that's kind of, if I step this close, I can see it. No, I'm sorry. If I'm this far away, I can see it. If I step close, and it's a little blurry. So, and I constantly take these damn things off because my skin is oily and my glasses keep getting foggy. Yo, it's a banger. It's a banger, right? With the man, when he had them glasses, he's like, boom, and he throw them damn glasses and come up with some new ones. Yeah, I know I could pull it up. That's what I'm saying. I need to do it. I need to do it so I can see. And sometimes I do that. I'm sometimes. Oh, I got this other thing. Hold on. I know you guys don't really care about this, but you got your Danfoss tool. You got your Danfoss tools. So everybody should download Danfoss from their app store. They got the refrigerant slider. Wait a second. They have all your tools from Danfoss and from Copeland. And Copeland has their stuff. At one point in time, Copeland had like 10, no joke, Copeland had like 10 apps. And Danfoss had a bunch of apps. But Copeland had an obscene number of apps. And now I think Copeland has streamlined it. So do yourself a favor and download the Copeland app. Just download the stuff, and then we can start to cover what's in those apps that are going to be necessary to you on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. So my app says, oh, God damn it. Here we go. Apparently, the True Ice Machine is built for those austere environments like garages and outdoor barbecue places in Texas, right? Yes. So here's the thing. One of my customers was a launch customer for the Ice Machine. Some of you know from following me on Instagram, it's still on Instagram. You'll see from 3 years ago. That I put out images and video of the True Ice Machine. And once you go to the class, I mean, the ice machine still needs to be clean, but once you go to the class, you'll understand that each and every one of the ice machines are monitored. There really aren't that many ice machines from True out there. I know they don't like me saying that, but it is at a premium. They are putting it in the hands of choice customers, should we say. One is very big. It's actually, you know, they figured out, they worked out, because they can't deliver 1,000 pounds of ice. They said, you know what? Our machine is so compact. We'll just put 2 ice machines on top of a bin that's supposed to hold 1,500 pounds of ice or 2,000 pounds of ice. We'll put 2 machines. And so they started doing that for this one client that I service, that I don't really care for anyway. And they're trying to dethrone that ice machine manufacturer that's currently there. And they're able to do this because they are True Manufacturing, and they're already supplying all the refrigeration for this client. Not only are they supplying all the refrigeration, not only are they supplying the refrigeration, they also got Delfield kicked up out of that client. So they have, instead of Delfield being the client of choice, True is now the client of choice. They are now the equipment of choice for this one nationwide establishment. And so now they're trying to gain a foothold with the ice machines, and they currently have ice machines out there. They currently have true ice machines out there, and you'll find out. But you're not my app. You want consistency. You want repetitive. This business is all about going back to the customer again and again. Think of it as getting an oil change on a vehicle, right? You want to be the service that is providing the oil change. And you want that client to go back to you every single time they need an oil change. Now, it's not a bad thing that you need an oil change. It's a good thing, right? Everyone that has a combustion engine realizes that they have to have oil change. Fun fact, even electric cars have not oil that they got to change, but they have other fluids that have to be changed. So commercial is the same way. You have to have these repetitive services done. The evaporator coils have to be clean. The condenser coils have to be clean. All that whole thing. And you want to be included in what's called a PM, the preventative maintenance program that you would set up with that client. Now, let me get to some of these comments. And they are, so right here, the apps are from Copeland. The apps are from Delphi. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be in this business, just download them and take a look at them, and then I'll address them on Thursday. I'll start to talk about them on Thursday. All right. So, right. Your only way, my apps, your pitch depends on, your pitch is going to change depending on the client. You are not going to pitch an assisted living the same way that you would pitch a church. You would not pitch a church or an assisted living the same way you would pitch a restaurant, right? Why? Because they all have completely different focus. For instance, a church is more concerned about their equipment being available when they need it, a longevity thing, and you being able to get in there and take care of it. Because fun fact, most of these churches, they operate some kind of daycare. They operate some kind of, they have some kind of kitchen, because they already got the kitchen, so they just throw in a daycare. And they have some kind of like coffee shop. That's the latest. Pardon my blasphemy, but that's the latest hustle, right? Is that they're offering all these ancillary services, and so they're more concerned about you being available when the clean light, because that's another thing, my apps, because you haven't done this stuff, you don't realize that there are clean indicators on all of this equipment. Scotsman has a clean light. Oshizaki is going to beep. Isomatic has a clean light. Manitowoc has several indicators set up where you can program it to say, hey, I need to be clean every 3 months, 6 months, every month, once a year. You can program that in there and it'll pop up. And also has different triangles and warnings and things like that. So just about everybody's Icetro has different warnings and stuff like that. Everybody's ice machine pops up and says, hey, time to clean me. Time to clean me. So churches are not interested, sad to say, but they're not interested in you coming by all the time and the cleanliness and not getting people sick. Fun fact, that has never been a selling point on offering a preventative maintenance to a church. Always to a church is you being available when they do need you. Well, we just want to know that we can call you when we need something. And this is white, black, Middle Eastern, Asian. I don't give a damn what the denomination. Whether they have temples, they are all the same. They are all the same. They believe in the same damn thing. So you say, oh yeah, we want to keep everything safe, and so no, you're congregation doesn't get sick or doesn't have mold in the stuff. We don't care about that. You don't care about that? Yeah, we don't care about that. What we care about is, when the damn clean light does come on, we want to get it taken care of. Are you available to come on Saturdays? Are you available to come on Sundays? Are you available to come on Wednesday? So, fun fact, most large companies, and even me as a small company, we try to stay away from religious institutions. It is always a nightmare. It's a scheduling nightmare. It's a nightmare as far as getting paid. Religious institutions will tell you, oh yeah, sure, you come on down. We're gonna pay you a credit card. You want credit card? I got credit card. We're gonna give you credit card. Yeah, just give me the bill. I'm gonna get you credit card. And then, fun fact, you do the work, you give them the bill. Oh, Sister Johnson, she's gonna write you a check. That check okay, right? She's gonna give you a check. I'm like, you mother sucker, you son of a motherless goat. And they will do that. I don't care if they're. I've had a mosque. And they oh yeah, only I'm gonna pay you a credit card. I'm gonna pay you a credit card. I get on down there, I do the work, I give them give them the numbers. Oh, they gotta cut you a check out of California. I said, dude, we're in Texas. What the hell? Oh, the office. They McDonald franchise mosques. I'm like, what? Yeah, they gotta cut you a check out of California. So it is just Presbyterian churches, all that. Oh yeah, Sister Betty, she'll be here. Lutheran, Sister Betty, she'll be here on Wednesday. She'll cut your check. Hey, it's Wednesday. I'm coming by to pick up. Oh, you're coming by to pick up a check? Oh, she's on vacation. She gotta come by next Wednesday. No, by next Wednesday she'll be here. So they all do that, and then they wonder why nobody wants to service them. And if I were to say some of the names of these churches that I've dealt with, and you would know the names of these churches. You would know the names. These churches and these mosques, you would know these people. They're very famous. They are very, very well renowned. People travel to Houston just to attend these religious institutions. Yeah, oh, thank you, Brother Frank. Yeah, it's also down at the bottom. If you would like to drop a couple shekels, if you would like to buy the brother a coffee, a snow cone, my information is scrolling across the bottom of your screen, right? So Cash App information, Chime, Crack. Yeah, Crack. PayPal. All that information is down there. Oh, I wanted to go over some of the stocks and stuff for the week. I guess I'll have to tackle that on Thursday. So we have been live for almost 1 hour. Hopefully, I've given you guys live throughout the day. Let you see it's not quite that ice machine cleaning on that Manitowoc wasn't quite a nationwide. They are expanding to become a nationwide chain. They haven't quite made it there yet. I want to say they're in about 15 states. And they're rapidly expanding across the South, through the Gulf states. But I showed you that. And then I let you in on the type of wishy-washiness that you're going to get from mom and pops. So unfortunately, you're not going to get corporate America like that. Not starting off. You're not going to get corporate America like that. Corporate America, the prices is already, we discussed the price. I've been taking care of that one restaurant for going on 10 years now. maybe longer, 10 years at least. Been with them through their ups and downs. They tried a second location in Houston, and then they dropped back down to one. They've actually expanded into the neighboring state instead. Instead of expanding in Houston, they just went on over to another popular city that I like. All right, so my apps. Thank goodness my apps asked the question. So let me get to your query. So private schools and assisted living places are preferable. The reason why private schools are preferable, has to do with their ability to pay you. A public school has no ability to pay you. Public school has to put it in their budget. And if there is some like huge emergency or something like that, usually a school has multiple of something. Usually a public school has multiple kitchens. So if an ice machine is down on one, they'll just have to fill up big bins that are already on wheels and fill out that from ice from another place and dump it into the bin in the other kitchen. If oven is out, steamer's out, then guess what? They're preparing that food in the other kitchen. You know, like to say they taking care of preschool and kindergarten kids, and then in the other school they're taking care of middle schoolers and stuff like that. They will often have two cafeterias, two kitchens, and then they'll have like concession stands and stuff like that for when they have sporting events. So public schools are going to be a little more difficult for you to do. That's going to be a whole nother thing altogether. Churches seem like barbershops. No one has money when the check comes. Yes, because the money is concentrated with two people. No, I'll give you three. When it comes to a church, mosque, masjid, synagogue, temple, when it comes to a religious institution, the head of maintenance, it's very rare for them to have a credit card. It does happen, but it's usually the head head of the institution. That person, minister, imam, that person will typically have a credit card, and they can pay you that way. They prefer not to go through the paperwork, so they'll tell you all kind of bullshit. So it's usually up to that one person that's their bookkeeper. Everyone would prefer for you to submit your bill to the bookkeeper, and then that person will cut you a check. That person will pay you with ACH. Now, are there other people that can pay? Yes, but how in the world are you going to sprinkle enough holy water on those people to get them to pony up the money? So those are just things that you must be aware of. Now, don't get me wrong. You could do things like get the credit card in advance. It all depends on what their situation is. They have some kind of function or something going on. They need it done. Funny. Poof, that credit card just, wow, pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? That poof, credit card just pop up. I'm like, you got money. That credit card just pop up. So yeah, you say, hey, I'll come out there, but I need to charge you this fee. I need a credit card. I need to have the credit card on file. And if they don't want to go with you, they don't want to go with you. But I know you guys are too fucking scared. You guys are so fucking scared. They might say no. Okay. Okay. But that's you guys. You guys are like, and then you didn't wet your pants. You got to wash your underwear. You got to, the assisted living got to do all that shit for you. So don't wet your pants. Don't get your undies wet. it is what it is. Hey, everybody, y'all not supposed to get like me. The whole purpose of this here is for you to be better than me. The whole purpose is for you to be better. And there's lots of ways to do it, but you need to start. You need to start. You need to start taking on clients. You need to start learning. Realize that you are not going to hit it out the park when you go out there. Just go in with that understanding, right? That you're not going to be successful on a lot of these calls. Just know you're not going to be successful. Which dispatch? What dispatch platform? Yeah, and like Brother Frank said, you better ask for your money. All right, so my app said trying to figure out who to begin. Oh, good God. Start with the place closest to your home. We talked about this. My app. Start with the places closest to your home because you don't know what the fuck you're doing just yet. And this goes for everyone. You start with the places closest to your home. You have hotels, you have gas stations, you have churches, you have all these different places, right? And you guys act like you can't see nothing. Every single one of you acts like you're Stevie fucking Wonder when you leave out your house. What? I don't have gas stations by my house. What? I don't have grocery store. I don't have gas. I don't have hotels. What do you mean? I said what I fucking said. Every last one of you have hotels by your home. Every last one of you have gas stations by your home. Every last one of you have facilities out there. All of these places have ice machines. All of them. You got to start. Just get ready for the rejection. Yeah. Well, you can't do your pitch until you see what they have, right? So my apps, the only way you're ever going to close a deal is if you're authentic. When you go out there with a pre-made up pitch, they're gonna shoot fly, don't bother me. They're gonna kick you out. That is the quickest way to have a customer wall you off from ever doing service. Let them know that you're new. Newsflash. Let them know that you're new. Yeah, I know you've never heard of me because I'm branching out into commercial. I'm local. I'm in the area. Once they hear that you're local, so I don't have to worry about a guy charging me for an hour and 15-minute drive time. I don't have to. What they think? Oh, okay. Oh, the service call shouldn't be that bad then. Oh, this would be. You mean I can call you? In their mind, you mean I can? What? You mean I can call you and you come out in 15 minutes? What the hell is this? Why are people calling me at 8 o'clock at night? It's a local number too. What the hell is that all about? I thought they made that illegal for telemarketers to call you at 8 o'clock at night. So, yeah, you need to, you can't have some pre-made up thing. You can't have some pre-made up thing. What the hell? Yep. Bullshit. They want to see if my phone number was real. 8 o'clock at night? That's trifling. That is trifling. Anyway, do not go with some pre-made up thing because there are thousands of different brands saying, oh, I do this and I do that. That doesn't work on this side. What works on the commercial side of things is letting people know that you can take care of their problem. Only way you're going to ever learn how to take care of people's problems is if you start. So that's why I said start with ice machines, just cleaning. Don't promise you're going to repair. Tell them you need to test them out. You need to let them make at least one batch of ice before you start cleaning them. Technically, it should at least be 3, but nobody wants to sit around and wait freaking 3 hours. So, hold on a sec. Sorry about that. I'm back. Anyway, we are at the hour mark, and authentic. The real you, truth. The truth shall set you free. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, so no script in the world is going to help you. So the minute you get in front of something and you've never seen it before, no, the script is useless. You're only as good as your repair. So the thing that you want to do is fuck the script. You want to see their equipment. You would like a tour of the equipment. Say, hey, could you show me what you have? Let me see what I can help you out with. Because if you start going over to these places and there's parts all over the place, you open up the door and there's parts on the shelf inside the refrigerator, parts on the shelf inside the oven. Walk your ass away. That is not for you. That is not for beginner level. That is for people that know how to reconstruct the goddamn piece. So most times people will say, yeah, oh, sure, come on. Or not right now. If you come back on Wednesday, like at 9 in the morning, you come back on Thursday, like after 4 or whatever. I'll let you meet the cook. Let you meet the head chef. I'll let you meet the woman that makes the lunches for the kids. And then you can go, because a lot of times you can't get into a school, or you're not going to go into a school during the middle of the day, especially some fucking stranger. So that's another thing. When you're dealing with schools, especially in Texas, we had to give them our driver's license and they got to run it and make sure you're not, the term that we use in these here parts is called PDF. So make sure you're not a PDF file, not a diddler. And so you need to give them your ID, and then they run it through the system and they say, oh yeah, there's no baby oil here. This guy's okay. And then they'll let you into the school. So a way for them to get around some of that, to let you see, because they don't want to go through hassle and drama. Come after 3, after 4, and then the kids are gone. And then there's no kids, so there's no need for any of that protocol. So you just come on in, take a look, and you might go in there and there's all kind of stuff that you can't service, You might go somewhere and they might not own the ice machine. They might only lease the ice machine. So in that case, you can't do the ice machine, but you can do other stuff. And when they lease the ice machine, they also clean the ice machine. No strangers are going to clean someone else's property. So, and with that,
this is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
We are going to wrap this thing up because you guys have no new questions.
You're not listening to me.
So provide me questions from anything that you've seen me do, especially on the live during the day. If I'm working, I'm not. If you're looking at this viewpoint and you see hands, you see 2 fucking hands in the screen. I'm not looking at this. I'm actually working and doing this number and trying to hold the phone and trying to set it up. I got stands and stuff trying to set it up, and I can't respond to your messages. This right here is when I can respond to your messages, address anything that you've seen during the day, at a restaurant, at a hotel, at a grocery store, at a school. When I've gone over a live, say, hey, hey, Mike, am I going to see, fat and mold and grease and stuff like that in the ice machine? And I'll tell you no. It's only because they don't have proper ventilation and They don't clean their oven. And this is a location that only uses an oven. They use a conveyor oven, sort of like an XLT oven. It's a competitor to that. And as the cheese and bread goes through there, it starts burning and smoking, and all of that liquefied burn off from the cheese and meat and stuff like that. It ends up in the ice machine. It's cool. It condenses into that congealed, clear, grayish kind of muck that you saw today. And then the other stuff, like when I went out to that Trinidadian restaurant, yes, there are Trinis in Houston. That was a strictly Trinidadian restaurant. They were cutting up oxtails and everything else like that. You saw, I went for one item. I ended up with 2 refrigerators that need to be fixed, and then 1 convection oven that needed to be fixed. So I only went with them saying, "Oh yeah, just 1," and then I end up, "Oh, why are you here looking at that? The other True isn't working either." Both of those refrigerators are 134A, and you're going to see a lot of that in Florida, 134A, because you got a lot of people that'll limp equipment along throughout the years. So Florida's got a mix of R290, 404, and 134A out there. Brother Frank, I actually didn't even charge them. That mom and pop couple, that was a dealer's brother-in-law's something or whatever. They asked me to go over there and take a look at it, and here it is. I got 3 jobs out of the damn thing, and as you saw on the ride. No, Brother Frank, This is an industry of connections. So my dealers send me an obscene amount of money. So my dealers, one dealer alone typically sends me at least 3 or 4 CODs a week. I don't give them anything. That other dealer, the one that asked me to do that for them, I had been doing work for them since I've been here. That was actually the very first dealer that I used to take care of. And I used to do installs for them and all that kind of stuff. The customer would pay me, but they would give me installs, repairs, all kind of stuff. So it is it's all about networking. So Brother Frank said, yeah, yours tell people, but not just that, but like I said, they were on the phone like, "Hey man, I really would you really go take a look at these people for me? Could you help me out?" And then they hopped on the phone, was like, "Oh yeah, man, could you come on over, take a look for me and help me out?" So like I said, it is what it is. And it was down the street from the house, a few minutes. I had always known about that. I've known about that restaurant since I first moved to Houston. My auntie lives down the street. When I first came down here, we stayed over at my auntie's house for like a month. And that was one of the first places I saw. And I told my wife, I said, "Oh," my wife is Jamaican. I said, "Oh, it's Trinidadian." No, it's not the same. So, all right, man, whatever, dude, whatever. But yeah, I don't have a problem with helping out a mom and pop, taking a look, because they didn't even want to gas it up. They've lost so much food with the other guy gassing it up, and I actually took pictures and I showed him. I was able to show him the holes in the evaporator. That's the fun thing about if any of you guys on the residential side worked on Sub-Zero and you've ever seen those holes in the evaporator on a Sub-Zero, commercial side is like that. So the pressure builds up, and you get all of these ruptures in the evaporator on the commercial side. They are so large that you can actually catch them on a photo. I don't know if this is gonna show through. But yeah, this is really not gonna show through that well. But yeah, you'll be able to see these damn holes. What you see, D? What you see, D? I see some. Let's see if I can blow this up. So for instance, no, damn it. So that's a rupture. You can actually see the ruptures. Yeah. So you can see the protrusions. Like I said, that's one right there in the corner. So they form like little mini volcanoes and stuff, and I actually go in and I can zoom in and show them the actual hole. So some are just mounds with a little pinhole at the top, and others are they look like a little miniature army guy was on the inside blasting a cannon to get out. So that's what's up. And these mom and pops, like I said, I take care of corporate America. So for me to take care of a little mom and pop, it's not a big deal. It was a nice couple. And like I said, friends of friends. Yeah, it's, so I took the pictures from both units and I blew it up so he could see the holes, because he knew. It's like, oh, that guy, he been guessing. And they were Trinidadian, but they were Indian Trinis. So, which is like what my wife is. My wife, her grandfather was in. They brought the Indians down there to the Caribbean to work the sugarcane fields. And so you got this mix. Well, Sean Paul was Chinese. He's mixed with Chinese. But anyway, I have no problem with doing a mom and pop a solid. All their costs have gone sky high. It's down the streets. It is what it is. That's just how I do. That's just how. Not once have I ever told you guys what to charge these people, how much to charge these people, when to charge them, why you charge them. That is completely your business. This is completely and utterly up to you, how you run your business. It's the whole reason why you are starting your own business, right? Not to have a carbon copy of somebody else, but it's your business, It's your business. You have to run your own show. And now y'all got an extra 18 minutes out of me. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching the broadcast. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out Learn to Trade. He was on the live too earlier today. Check out Learn to Trade. I have his video here. I'm gonna show it real quick. Let me see if I can pull that up. His stuff is at the end of this video. And then I'll be back. I'll talk about some of the training classes and things that are coming up. See if I can find his video. Hold on 1 second. There it is. All right. So that was Learn a Trade. Go check him out. He will teach you all the things you need to learn about the equipment in convenience stores, gas stations, all the stuff that you guys say don't exist outside your door. Anyway, don't forget, stop by hotels, stop by gas stations, stop by convenience stores, stop by assisted living facilities. If you have a female in your life, have the female going over there. And since you guys don't have a lot of certificates and things like that right now, you can make up stuff talking about what you'll do for them and preventive maintenance and all that kind of stuff. Go with your strengths and have her give them that information. Because if you just drop it in the mailbox, you just slide it under the door, they're going to throw it away. And with that, for like the 8th time tonight, with that, I will see y'all later. Peace out.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy. I got your attention now? Good. A, B, C. A always B, B, C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
Always be closing. All right. You guys on the next.